Hey everybody, I just wanted to pop in here and show you some of the things that I'm doing when I'm using two screen monitors with my students during virtual lessons. I had a friend ask me how two screens is better than one screen. Unfortunately, with the screen reading or screen recording software that I'm using, I can't do both of my screens at the same time. So I will show you what screen one looks like when I'm doing things on screen two, and then I will show you some of the things that I'm doing on screen two. So first, I'm in a Google Meet with another Gmail account of mine. So in the middle of the screen you see a picture of me. That would be where my student's picture would be. And then on the right side I can see what I look like. I'm using software called ChromaCam, which is here. I just popped that up on my screen. ChromaCam is basically a green screen app or software that allows me to block out my background or change my background to something fun for some of my other students. And then this second Amanda Thompson that's muted is my other account, which would be my student. So when you're using something like Google Meets, you can present your entire screen, a window, or a Chrome tab. And I'm going to present my ESY slides for a student, and you can see on the screen that I am still able to see my student's picture. And then on my other screen, I'm just going to move over the tab. This is what my other screen looks like. It has my presentation, and I can, if I'm working on sight words with this particular student, I can hit present and go through the sight words, and my student can see them, and I can see how my student is responding. So that's one way that you can use Google Slides to work with a student and still see what they're seeing, or still see their faces. If you want to see what they are seeing, you can log into the same Google Meet on another device or another Google account. But here are some examples of practicing contraction words, practicing typing a sentence, and practicing some math problems if you have a student who's dual media and can see the screen. So I'm going to move Chrome over again, and I just want to show you again what it looks like. It's easy to stop presenting in this mode because you have the stop presenting button here, or on top of Google Chrome, or in your Chrome tab you can hit stop presenting there. So then it goes back to normal, and all that time you're still seeing your student. If you're struggling with Google Meets making your student go away, you can pin your student by clicking on their name in the chat or the attendees list and selecting pin to screen. Okay, so another neat app that I sometimes use if I'm not typing something out but I want to draw something is I use the Canvas app. So you present, I almost always do just a Chrome tab, and so I'm going to be using Canvas. And then here I'm going to move it over so you can see this is the Canvas drawing that I was using with a student. We were practicing F, and she chose the purple color. So you have all these colors that are available. You can choose how thick it is, you can choose its opacity, you can have a pencil, a pen, a marker. There's a pen or a marker, there's a pen, here's a pencil, you can see the differences. Here's chalk, and then you can erase. The thing that I really like about this is it has an undo button, and it also has a copy button or layers, so you can add different layers of what you're on top of things and delete them and play around. And then once you're done, you can save that as an image. And what I do with this is if I have practiced the letter F with my student, and I'm going to fill it in for her, pretending that she's here. I'm going to go back to my marker, fill in the F. Then I can save the drawing that we completed together in her Google Classroom, and she could refer back to that when she's practicing independently. So the last thing that I do, and I'm not going to show you, let me just stop presenting here. I'm presenting, I want to stop. I wish I could just focus on there I am. One of the things that I want to share is that you can also have data on that second screen, and it's really useful if your student is working independently. You're watching them, you can take notes and take data on your screen at the same time, and I really like that. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a second monitor to have one that works. To be honest, until a few months ago, I was using a monitor that was from the 1990s, and it was just fine. I had an adapter. You don't need to spend tons of money, and monitors these days can go for a decent one for about $80, sometimes less if you go to a computer repair store and ask if they have any leftover parts, and your IT department at your school should definitely have monitors left over. And I just really think that you can explore some of those options. How do you use two monitors? I would love to know for any other wonderful ideas. I hope you all have a great day.